All right, fellas, welcome back. Lesson three, continuing our lifestyle design introductory stage. So, lesson three, setting clear lifestyle goals. This is extremely important lesson. Number one, goals without clarity equals wasted effort. Because if you say, I want to be free, or I want to be rich, one of the most common goal probably, or I want to be fit, right? Two goals in this planet, be rich and be fit. The majority of people will always choose. Uh, they are not actually clear. What is rich to you? What is fit to you? What is whatever to you, right? Being rich. If you tell someone how you live right now, this could be someone's dream, and they would be like, "Oh, you're so rich." For others, maybe rich is not even about money at all. Maybe for them, rich is having family around. So you must have a very clear and extreme clarity and detailed about your goals. So never ever say to yourself that, I want to be rich, I want to be successful, I want to be happy, because your subconscious mind has no idea how to align energetical frequencies to what you say you are or what you want. Because, well, you might be actually rich right now, yeah, even if you don't have enough money, like much money, but maybe you feel rich inside. So always have an extreme clarity. I just cannot live without any caffeine, sorry. Number two, don't just set money targets, design your ideal daily life. This is also extremely important. If you set your monetary targets, let's say you want to be making, or you want to have a million, 10 million, 79 millions, or 100K, doesn't matter. You shouldn't be setting monetary targets, because imagine right now, you are as you are, with your current mindset, your current understanding, your current point of view, like you being you right now. Imagine tomorrow morning waking up with $1 million, euros, pounds, doesn't matter. Nothing will change, because your mindset is the same, your point of view is the same, your approach to life is the same. Now you might say, oh yeah, but I have a million, I can do this, that, and this and that. Yes, you can, but you would struggle to uh, create a beautiful targets, manageable targets, sustainable targets, because it just randomly happened and you were planning for money, but you have no idea how to use the money, how to actually design your daily life when you have money. So monetary targets can actually make more harm rather than good. You have to build ideal daily life and then set the targets on that life. So number three, and now we will go to the specific questions. And what you have to do right now is just grab a piece of paper or notebook, or I don't know, your phone, at least something, right? The best would be to have an actual physical pen and paper. But if you don't have it, you can just use your phone notes or something. And these are will be some of the questions. So ask yourself, what does your perfect morning look like? Then afternoon, and then evening. And you have to write in as much detail as possible, right? What do? You woke up, yeah? So you wake up in the morning, and what do you do on your ideal life? Because maybe right now you would write, oh, I have to go to the university, I hate it, or school or job or something that may not be your ideal life, right? So just write using your imaginary thoughts, whatever, your dream life, and describe in detail what would you do on your perfect day. Money is no issue. Nothing exists, no limits. What would you do on a morning, afternoon, and evening? Then location. Where do you want to live? Specifically, maybe you're happy where you are. That's amazing. Maybe you would like to move between two places like I do, right? Living in Spain in Marbella is not a good idea for all year round because this people is lazy. It's weird, but it's the weather is amazing. So I have to always move from this place to more fast-paced life, to a bigger city, to a bigger place, right? Just to get inspiration and inspire myself, etc. To feel the big city life energy, right? Because staying here can make you depressed, alone, depressed, everything. Yeah, because I mean, people here are so slow. So you also have to know your location. Where do you want to live? This could be any city. Maybe you want to live beachfront, maybe in the mountains, maybe in Brazil, maybe in Australia, maybe in Dubai, maybe in Poland. Doesn't matter. But you have to know, or at least visually, like where would you like to think live, sorry. Where do you think you would be happy? Or if you want to move between places, just write, I want to be backpacking for the rest of my life. Doesn't matter, but you have to be specific. Then time, how much do you want work versus rest? So you want to be chilling all day by the beach or you want to be working, building, planning? Because before I thought I want to be chilling by the beach. Actually, no. I lived this life for now a good 1.5 years of living pretty much beachfront because Marbella is pretty small. So you have the beach within 5 minutes. And it's not the life I want to live. I just understood that. Chilling by the beach, eating tapas, eating foods, and just pretty much working on my laptop is not a life I want to live. So, yes, part of me is happy doing that, but other part of me wants to like hustle, so to speak. I like speaking, I like communicating ideas, meeting people, doing stuff, being busy, keeping myself busy. And I understood that only after I said that, oh, I don't like working hard or working long hours on any projects or whatever, right? And I want to be living slow beach life. I tried, turns out I'm not. So I also want to be thinking about the time element, how much you want to be working versus resting, right? Because if you are working a lot right now, you may think that you would like to be resting for the rest of your life. That's not the case, trust me. I mean, you stay on a beach side for a week, you will get bored so quickly, especially these days. So just think about, would you like to be always busy, flying around the world, meetings, etc., just like I would love to? Or you would like to be a more relaxed approach, chill, just get your laptop on a backpack, go to the beach, do some work, go to some cafe, right? Get some coffee, get some pastries, whatever, and just live like that. You have to be specific. Number six, relationships. Who do you want around you? It's not necessarily about partners like um, intimate relationships, your girlfriends, boyfriends, wives, doesn't matter, right? Not specifically about that. That's also important, but it's more important about what kind of network, what kind of relationships you want to be having around yourself, what kind of people. Describe it very precisely because some people may want to have, I don't know, based on your vibe, but maybe you want to be surrounded by surfers and diving instructors or whatever, right? Maybe you want to be surrounded by drop shippers, e-commerce guys, maybe some hedge fund managers, maybe this and that. But I know that I don't want to be surrounded by slow living people like beachfront people. Yeah, because I've been, it's not a good idea because you will become the same. You will become the same. You will become slow, boring, etc. It's just the worst. Wow, it's the worst. So, but I want to be surrounded by mostly spiritual, extremely spiritual people from the shamanic perspective. That's my preference, and that's what I'm working on. And also people related to professional approach to crypto. It's not necessarily a crypto guys, traders, whatever, because those people are usually pretty weird. But I'm more into builders, Web3 builders, VCs, etc. People like that. So you have to be specific. So all these things you have to write down. Okay. Number seven, experiences. What do you want to do regularly? Travel, hobbies, learning, everything. You have to describe everything. If traveling, where, how frequent, what kind of hobbies you want. Maybe you want to be playing golf, maybe paddle, maybe tennis, maybe you want to be jumping on the off-road baggies and just go around dirt in the mountains. Maybe you want to be hiking in the mountains, right? You have to have specific traveling um, ideas, your hobbies, your learning, what you want to learn. Maybe a new language. Maybe, um, for example, I myself, I want to get my a private pilot license, and I'm working towards that because I just love it. I love planes. I love the process of getting cozy inside of a mini plane and just flying somewhere. It just feels very free for me, like freedom approach. So, and I am, by the way, Aquarius, and I'm personal life path number five. So it's all about freedom for me. I cannot be stuck in a one place. I just cannot. I have to be moving always. I have to be free. So, flying planes is something that I would love to be doing, and I will be doing this fairly soon now. So, yeah, I mean, you have to describe your own experiences as well, what you want to do regularly, a travel, hobbies, learning. Number eight. Now, from all of these that you just wrote, calculate the real cost of your lifestyle, and you will be surprised that you don't need millions. You don't need millions. You actually don't even need hundreds of thousands. If you can make 10, 15K a month, you can live a very comfortable life almost anywhere, including those expensive places like Dubai, maybe even Monaco. Maybe. I do have some people from Monaco, and yes, they are within the ultra rich category, but I've been there many, many times. I stayed there for weeks before, and it's actually not that expensive. It's not that expensive. So you have to calculate your real cost of your lifestyle based on your answers, more or less. Use AI, ChatGPT, whatever. Ask based on these inputs, what do you think it would cost me monthly to live this lifestyle? Use 2025 info data, whatever, right? And it's gonna give you a fairly probably decent number to work on. Because if you wanna be living not in most expensive places and your hobby is not flying private jets, all of that stuff, and you wanna be a fairly simple but freedom based life, you don't need a you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of money. Then you want to calculate how much capital you need to allocate to DeFi pools to be living this lifestyle, right? And then you have to be working towards making that capital and then making that capital work for you. Number nine, this freedom number, right, becomes your DeFi cash flow target. So basically, let's say you want to be making, you need 5K euros a month, right? So now you have to calculate if you have 25,000 euros in savings or just available to you, how much um, returns, monthly returns in percentage points you have to be making to make those 5K a month. And then you want to compare, is it realistic to make that much, or is it simple, is it easy, or is it difficult? How about 50K? If you would have 50K, can you make 5K easily, or you still have to kind of work hard or risk more to make that money? And it's just essentially you have to create this plan of how much money you need, and then how much money you have, and what and how quickly can you increase your income, your available balance, and deploy to DeFi, right? And number 10, without the clear goals, specific goals, you will chase endless profits without any meaning to it. So there is no point even. Actually, there's no point getting all of this cash flow if you don't have a specific plan how you're going to be using it, where the money is going. Because yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you working some somewhere, you get paid, you spend that money back into the economy. The same thing applies to your, for example, your boss, the company working in. That company is getting paid because someone is buying their products or services. So essentially, money is always circulating within the economy. The same thing is just actually a big spell. It's a fake thing anyway. So if you don't have a clear goals, your profits are pretty much like you're just chasing money endlessly without any meaning. So it's very important to have a very specific set of rules and goals that the money is going to help to achieve and help you fuel, right? Money essentially becomes a commodity, a tool that you use to exchange for services and value. So if you have hobbies, lifestyle needs, etc., money is just a tool to help you exchange for that. You bring money, in return you get tickets to your plane or a yacht or a car or a restaurant or a meal. It doesn't matter, something like that, right? You just exchange. So you have to be very specific. Why you are chasing this money? Why? What's the point of you? Like if you are just now sitting in, I don't know, a school, university, job, whatever, right? And you're just deployed a few thousand euros, uh, a bit of your savings into DeFi, and you just like making, I don't know, 50 euros a day or something, about 1K a month or something, right? But without any specific goal, what what's the point of this profit being generated, and where that money is going? That's a big problem, because then you don't even have motivation, you don't have fuel inside of you to actually continuously chase more, to reinvest, to plan, to deploy, to think, to learn, to grow. But if you have these goals written down specifically, then you know exactly where that money is going based on the amounts, based on the size, time, etc. Right? So it's very important. So hopefully, right now, as you listen to this lesson, you have your pen and paper and you're writing down the answers from number 3 to number 7, and then you're gonna be calculating the number, and then you will have a bit of a clearer picture how much money you need on a monthly basis, as a cash flow basis, and then how much money you have, right? And then essentially how much money you still need to add to DeFi pools, to DeFi um, earning opportunities, so to speak, to fulfill your dream life. So that's it from me on this one, lesson 3. And now we're going to be moving towards more and more specific lessons, specific topics on the lifestyle design. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.